Hello everyone, this is Osiris Frost. During yesterday's Reverse the Verse, we got a lot of information about the development of patch 3.2. This past week has seen some tremendous progress in several areas. There's lots to cover, so let's get into it. Characters. This is the one area where we didn't get any change since last week. Items in this category include the Legacy Outlaw and Marine Armors, as well as the Port Olisar clothing collection. Gameplay. Quantum travel improvements are completed and receiving polish. The economy polish is at 5 of 7 tasks complete. The group system is at 19 of 26. Mining on planetary bodies is up to 44 of 71. Quantum linking has progressed to 12 of 16 tasks complete. Item 2.0 ship systems and weapons is completed and in the polish phase. Both manned and remote turrets are in the polish phase. Item kiosk shopping is up to 11 of 14 tasks complete. Ship persistence improvements is receiving polish, and the PMA, VMA improvements are up to 2 out of 3 tasks complete. AI. Flight AI is in its polish phase. FPS AI has been pushed to patch 3.3. Ships. Remember when it looked like there was a ton of work to go on all these ships and that none of them were ever going to make it in time for 3.2? All 3 Avenger variant reworks are done. The Origin 600i is done. Speaking of the 600i, John Crew mentioned on yesterday's RTV that the 600i touring module was still in development, but didn't have a definite release date yet, so the one we'll be receiving with 3.2 is the Explorer. The Aegis Eclipse is done. The Anvil Hurricane is up to 28 of 66 tasks complete. The Vandal Blade is at 16 of 47 tasks complete. Wow, somebody lit a fire under the ship pipeline this week. Weapons and items. The Associated Science and Development Distortion Repeater is up to 11 of 21 tasks complete. The rest of the weapons have had no progress since last week. Core Tech. Performance optimization has progressed to 2 of 8 tasks complete. Now, for the bad news. Sort of. Network bind culling has been pushed to patch 3.3. The story here is that work on the system is essentially complete. However, integrating it into the existing game without also integrating object container streaming proved to be problematic in that it was producing numerous bugs. It's easy to see how people might view this as a setback, but the truth is that without object container streaming, network bind culling never was a complete solution to the performance issues that many people experience when playing Star Citizen. Therefore, I'm choosing not to see this as a negative, because we weren't really going to see huge performance improvements until both were in anyway. This isn't being held back because they couldn't get it done on time or because they couldn't figure out how to do it. It's being delayed to roll out with its partner technology. And looking ahead on the roadmap, we can see that OCS is already about 2/3 completed. Based on what we've heard in the past from CIG, it's conceivable that we could see these two technologies roll out in a 3.2 point something patch if they get everything done ahead of 3.3's release. They still might wait until then to do internal testing, but it would be a nice gesture if it were possible. So yeah. Outside of that, everything left to complete for this patch is either an item or putting the finishing touches on a couple of game systems. With 3 more weeks until the end of the month, I'm thinking that it will be no problem to button those things up and move right into development of 3.3. Remember that after they released 3.1, they polled the community about input on what their development priorities should be. Several of the items that did well in that poll made it into the 3.2 roadmap, so I'm hoping that we get the same opportunity to provide our input again. But that's all for today. I've been Osiris Frost, and I'll see you next time. That's all for today's show. Thanks for watching. If you're new to Star Citizen, or you know someone who's thinking of playing, you or they can earn 5,000 UEC on your account by registering with my referral code, which you can find in the show notes down below. If you have any questions, feedback, or episode suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.